If you think hard, you probably remember some of the classics you read in high school, but did you ever analyze how those stories might have parallels with your life? That's how lessons are taught in today's Teacher of the Week's classroom. Today we're heading to Blythewood Middle School in Richland, District 2.
She's honestly a really nice person just to be around and to talk to.
This is Kaylin, and after I read her email nominating her 8th grade English teacher for the News 19 Teacher of the Week, I knew we had to come to Blythewood Middle School to meet Shelly Moyer. Because Kaylin's not the only student who thinks Miss Moyer deserves to be recognized for her hard work in the classroom.
I can actually talk to her about things I got going on in my personal life, and it's just great to have a teacher that I can have a connection to.
And it's like impossible to fail her class because she'll help us with anything. Like if you have a problem with something, if you go ask her, she'll explain it.
She's a nice teacher, she's sweet. You can go to her about anything.
Now that we know a little bit more about Miss Moyer,
everybody's feeling how? How's everybody feeling?
let's crack the pages on how she teaches.
You think it's going to be this easy? Do you think this good mood is going to stay? At the 8th grade level, a one-word answer is not good enough.
The lesson was on the diary of Anne Frank, the goal to help her students realize there are parallels in their lives.
Have you ever been jealous of somebody, especially a sibling? Because Anne was feeling that way, so we talked about that. We talked about, Anne was saying she felt like she wasn't, do you remember what she wasn't enough of? That she wasn't pretty enough. You ever feel that way? What did Peter feel like he wasn't enough yesterday? Smart enough. You ever feel that way? And if you've never felt that way, have you ever tried to make somebody feel better who has? Because Anne and Peter did that for each other.
Learning by first understanding that we're all more alike than we are different.
You ever have a time in your life where everything seems like it's going so good, but then something happens?
We hope she remembers today as a time when something good really did happen. I'm Darcy with WLTX, and you are our Teacher of the Week. Congratulations.
I want them to know that they have the power to make those choices on the daily and be successful. I tell them when I fuss at them, it's because I care.
And when she's grading the success of her students, it looks different than you might imagine.
It's like hearing an answer from over there and here and over here at the same time. That's what it looks like for me. It looks like, I guess that speaks to engagement. If they're looking at me, making eye contact, and if I'm hearing answers from here and here and here, that to me is engagement.
After nearly 16 years in education, she's called Blythewood Middle home for more than 5 years. She takes teaching seriously from the perspective of a mother and an educator.
That child who I'm struggling with, that's somebody's child who loves him and cares about him and wants him to succeed, so let's do that together. I remember being in middle school when everything mattered so much, you know? And one look or one word could like ruin your day or make your day. I remember that from my daughter, and I also, even though it was years and years ago, I remember that from myself. I want them to be ready for high school in as many academic ways as I can help them with, as far as like behavioral expectations, because their hands aren't going to be held as much when they get to high school. Nobody's going to be at the door reminding them to wear their ID.
She's preparing her students daily for tomorrow while still enjoying today.
Every day, I'm blessed to be working here.
We had so much fun in Miss Moyer's class. I learned stuff about Anne Frank that I didn't even know before.
Really?
Yeah, well, I mean, I felt like I knew the story, but just the way that she was teaching it and relating it to the 14-year-olds.
I love finding parallels even to a classic.
Yeah.
That's a very interesting way to tackle them. And she certainly looks like she loves everybody. And I love it when you get boys to say, because I have a boy and I know they're always not forthcoming with their feelings, when you get boys to say, like, she's a great teacher, she'll listen to your problems, and that you can't do bad in her class because she'll help you.
Oh, absolutely.
Love that.
Absolutely. Well, if you know a teacher like Miss Moyer who deserves to be the next News 19 Teacher of the Week, all you have to do is send us an email.
Yep, send it to TOW@WLTX.com and tell us a little bit about the teacher and why they deserve to be selected, and then watch the big surprise on Tuesdays right here on WLTX.
And